Welcome to episode 2 of season 3 of The Strain called Bad White.
How much do you hate F right now?
So freaking much.
Oh my god. So we didn't mention this in the last episode, and we probably should have, and that is that Kelly approaches F and is just like, hey, you give me the lumen, we'll give you Zach back.
And you're just like, no, don't do it.
Don't
God,
do it.
why?
So what does F do? He packs up his shit and he decides to go and visit his buddies so he can steal the lumen. And like he goes and he tells them that like Nora's dead, and like that clearly like physically upsets Satrakan.
That was, yeah.
I think it's also setting up that Satrakan does not have much long. Like his heart is gonna give out, like, because that happened in the books.
It was just so
like, no,
sad.
I love him. Like he's the heart of the show. I think Fett would like
lose his shit.
Yeah.
More than he kind of already has. Poor man.
And Quinlan is so suspicious of F. Because Quinlan can totally tell that F has ulterior motives for being there. He's like, you're not just here to do this.
Like, if you just wanted to inform them that Nora was dead, you would have done this like a fucking week ago. So, what you here for, buddy?
And they're just like, oh, so you guys are hanging out with a vampire now. And Quinlan's just like, I am too old for this shit.
So anyways, you know, Satrakan and Fett leave, so Ev is like, now is my chance. Because at one point, too, this was like so well set up. They're talking and Satrakan's like, yeah, do whatever you have to get your son back. And F is like, really? Like, guess that's permission.
Oh my god, F, I hate you so much. Like, okay, real talk. Why would they give you your son back for the lumen? Like, you're gonna give them the lumen, and they're just gonna eat you. It's like everything that we learned from the past 2 seasons is like gone in one ear and out the other. Like, how Satrakan's like, if you were taken, you're dead. There is no coming back.
But anyways, Quinlan realizes that F has ulterior motives, and he catches him like trying to break into the safe, and he's like, oh, so, you know, they promised you your son back if they gave you the lumen. They're not gonna do that. But I can make you an offer that you can't refuse.
Like, on one hand, I'm, like, super excited that Quinlan's, like, team up with me and we'll, like, defeat the Master. Like, we'll use the lumen to bring out the Master and then I'll kill him. And I'm like, cool, great, awesome. But at the same time, I'm like, you're taking the book away from the one person who can translate it and give you, like, the be-all, end-all ending.
Yeah, so stop with your selfish motives and just let them old man figure this shit out. But, like, I am so much happier with Quinlan and him taking the book to lure out the Master
than F taking the book by himself.
Because, and just trading it, because
F's an idiot.
Yeah. Like, I do not trust him with anything.
There's a great scene between Eichhorst and Palmer, because, you know, their relationship is basically over, and Eichhorst, like, utters, like, the best line in the episode, I miss Coco.
Them's fighting words these days.
And he like takes her heart off the shelf and he's like, put that back, and he's like, woo!
Oh, I might drop in.
Still clearly having the most fun on this show.
So basically what is happening on Palmer's end, and he's completely like disillusioned with the Master. He's like, I just fucking want my immortality, and then I want out because I cannot deal with this shit.
But I totally want to serve and help you guys.
Yeah, so that's what he tells Eichhorst anyways, but he really is like, let me out.
He's like, he's contracted a group of scientists that are experimenting with worms to try and like create the white, and like, it's not working. We have some like serious 28 days later rage virus, like to the point where their eyes go red. Like, it's just like, ugh.
Eichhorst is pushing for him to influence the mayor to send more people to their health centers, and the mayor doesn't listen to Palmer, but God, I hate to see what happens if those two butt heads, so yeah, please stay away. Palmer is just like, I know where I can figure out how to get the white. He goes to Satrakan and is like, hey, listen, I will peace out if you just give me the white.
And Satrakan is like, remember when we had an alliance? Like, I know you do it. And Satrakan's like, yeah, I know how to do it. And Fett's like, hey, what? And then they like leave.
Yeah, he's like, I'm gonna manipulate the shit out of this guy. I'm gonna tell him I'm gonna give him the white, and I'm gonna get him dance like a puppet.
Kelly and Zach, Kelly's just like, the Master has a plan. The Master will let us be together. And he's like, Mom, I want to see Dad. Mom, I want to go outside. And I'm just like, ugh. And so
yeah,
he like
honey.
has a clever moment where he like he rigs the lock so it won't lock, so he tries to escape and he's running down this hallway.
But he also has another clever moment where he also, once he uses tape to block the door from closing, and then when he leaves, he takes it off so nobody figures out how he gets out. And I'm like, that is smart.
And so he's looking and he's trying to find a way out and he hears something and he like opens a door and there's his mother feeding on a child. And it's just like, Mom, you're a vampire? Like, just like the look on his face. And I'm like, do you guys remember that we're in a 3rd season of a show about a vampire apocalypse?
Yeah.
Does everybody remember that?
Yeah. I think I remember something about that.
Oh my god.
So anyways, he runs away, he gets super freaked out, and his asthma starts to act up. And, you know, the mother is having a really hard time not eating him.
Yeah.
When in comes the master, and he's like, here, have the white.
Dutch has fallen in with a group of her old hacker buddies.
Who are completely useless.
They're so useless. And she's like spouting all this like, okay, this is in a dangerous area, but if we go up 1 floor at a time, open all the windows, we'll be fine. And of course they don't listen to her. And she's having serious PTSD.
Like, what Icor's did to her was really fucking
Fucked.
Yeah.
Like,
It was just, I'm still a little traumatized from that.
but they're in this building and they're attacked by 2 vampires and they peace out. Like 2 of them die, like 2 get infected there, and then the rest of the group leaves. The one guy gets like nicked with a worm, so like
He's done.
he's done. But they leave her there and she like manages to get back and she's like, what the fuck?
Like, she just loses it on them. Just completely cuts the one guy's head in half.
It's like, there, he's not your problem anymore, and storms out. And I'm like,
Yeah.
go back to Fett, you belong with Fett.
Yeah.
And like Fett has a date, like hooks up and it's cute.
And you're like, I just want you to be happy, and you're getting over shit. Yay.
So things are happening, basically, is what we take from that.
Haven't seen Gus this episode. Sadness.
I really hope he's just doing okay.
He'll be back up, hopefully.
Yeah.
He and Quinlan get along. So that was this episode. Actually, on the enjoyable scale, pretty enjoyable. Was not completely frustrating.
The only thing that I miss the old intro.
Yes, me too.
Then the new intro is kind of long and I'm just like,
Boring and
I liked the like 5-second intro from the previous like seasons where it's like, and now we're watching the show.
yeah, it was great.
Yeah.
We are 2 episodes in, and the 3rd one is right around the corner. So we will talk to you later, guys.